Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. It's Monday night. My name's Phil. Every week we are live at 7:30. This is a fan zone show. I'm a fan, you're a fan. You talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. And trust me, there is absolutely loads and loads and loads to talk about tonight. It's your show. We just react to your comments. You get them up on screen. Let me know what you want to talk about. I've got a feeling I know what you guys want to talk about, but you let me know. It's the Fan Zone show. It's going to be lively.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So yeah, welcome to the show tonight. Loads and loads to talk about. Wherever you're watching, please follow us at Leicester Fan TV. If you're watching on YouTube, good evening to all of you on YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe. If you're on Facebook, on the Facebook page, on a Facebook group, wherever you are on Facey, let us know your comments, let us know your views. And of course, we are streaming live to Twitter as well. I'm not going to spend long talking, but thanks to all these guys, as ever, thanks to you lot with your comments. Come on then, what would you like to talk about from Saturday? I want your views. I want your comments. I'm going to put a few things up here. Obviously, Leicester v Chelsea. What was going wrong? Were the tactics all wrong? Were the tactics set up wrong? Brendan made 2 subs at half time. Is that because he spotted something? 2 subs at half time makes me think the tactics were set up wrong. What was going on there? I want to know what you think about that. There's rumours of Brendan to United. There's all sorts of rumours going on. I want to know, has he lost the dressing room? I'm not being funny. We'll come on to it. Watch some of the play. If you were there at the match, I don't know. Did the players look that bothered? Were they sweating buckets for the manager on Saturday? Didn't feel like it. Fans leaving early, the voting, they're telling the players, they're telling the manager what they thought of that. The ground was just about half empty. Zonal marking, we haven't got a problem. We haven't got a problem from set places. That's nonsense. You all know it. Listen, let's get your hellos in. Let's get your comments in. Paul, I am just taking this seriously tonight. I think we're in a serious mood tonight. Ethan says, I was at the game, stayed the whole 90, but I was tempted to leave early. Was painful to watch. Ethan, I stayed. I waited till the end. I didn't boo, but goodness me. It's fair enough. I have no problems with fans who want to leave for whatever reason. But on Saturday, 3-0 down. Honestly, this show tonight, we are going to go all over the hockey. Why did he bring Kieran Dewsbury-Hall on? That's a question. I think Jamie Vardy, I think the stats, off the top of my head, Jamie Vardy, I think, had 16 touches. I think that's right. Don't quote me on it. Do not quote me on that. But I think he had about 16 touches in 94 minutes of play. Perhaps could have brought Daka on. I don't know. You're 3-0 down with 20 minutes to go. Bring Dewsbury-Hall on. It seems strange. Why did we start with Sumeri and Ndidi? Why are we playing with 2 central defensive midfielders? And then why do we end up with Kieran Dewsbury-Hall and Maddison, 2 central midfielders, attacking midfield? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Listen, I'm going to say it now. I am going to say it now to you all. I am Brendan Rodgers in. I am definitely Brendan Rodgers in, and I want to know what you think on it. Jamie from the Foxes says, time for a change. If you've not seen his video on YouTube after the match, it was literally 5 minutes after the match, but he was not happy at all. David says, tactics been wrong. I think he means there for some time, being out-coached by other managers. LCFC Gray says, shambolic, and now Rodgers needs to go. It won't change anytime soon. I'm going to try. I want you lot to do me a favour. I'm going to try and get as many comments on screen as possible. Your comments, because that's what it's all about. Not my views, your views. But do me a favour, like and share the video, and make sure you subscribe. TJ says, starting with no creativity in midfield. I know, that's what I'm saying. Why would you start with, isn't Sumari and Ndidi almost the same player? Was a big mistake. And zonal defensive strategy has never worked. Listen, so I took a photo at the ground. Zonal strategy. This is in... look at this picture. I covered my face, which is much better. Look at that. Now you can see we've got 4 players in a line there on the 6-yard box. 4 players on a line and Castagna. stood there. None of them are marking the 2 Chelsea players. And you'll know number 2 because that is Rudiger. This is in the second half. We're already 2-0 down. Rudiger's already scored. Watch the goals back. Watch the highlights. Rudiger, that's in the second half. We're not marking Rudiger. He's already scored against us from a corner. And we're lined up doing the zonal marking. I do not understand it. After the match, I did text a very, very good former Leicester City player, central defensive, sometimes a striker, one of the best ever, legends, and said zonal marking, what do you reckon? His reply was not too complimentary. I shan't say any more. I don't want to drop him in it. Waste of time Daka being there, says Franco. He didn't come on. He didn't play. We're 2 down. We're 1 down. We're 3 down. Nah, let's not bother with Daka. Riders Republic says, yes, I thought that felt odd substitution considering the pitch. Yeah, I'm talking about the Kieran. I know we're going to go all over the hockey tonight. There's so much to talk about. I am sorry that we're going to dodge around. Kieran Dewsbury Hall. We're 3-0 down. We're 3-0 down, and you bring on Dewsbury Hall and Maddison. Well, Maddison was already on at half time. I'm Rodgers in, but I'm a bit lost for words at times. Jason says, I reckon once they return, we will see the fortunes return. I think Jason is talking about Fofana then, James Justin. I hope so, but I'm not putting that much pressure on them. Jack saying he's taking over at Manchester United. This is the strange thing. There's a lot of Leicester fans. Well, listen, let's come on to that. Let me see if I can get the graphic on. Jack saying he's going to go to Manchester United there. Let me see if I can sort my screen out here. There we go. Thank you. Listen, we've been running a poll today on Twitter. So welcome to all the Twitter people. And we just asked, Rodgers in, Rodgers out. I'm not trying to shit stir or anything like that. I promise you, I swear to God. But we run a poll and just said, are you Rodgers in or are you Rodgers out? As Leicester fans, and the latest polls, I've just checked it before we went live, was 78% said 78% of Leicester fans said keep him, and 22% said no, they're done, let him go. Now, again, I'm not in a Pule type of ranting mode or anything because I'm definitely in, and I'm interested to know with all you guys watching, are you in or are you out? Because the flip side of this, the strange thing is we're going to talk about. Is Man United going to come in for him? There's rumours today that Man United are going to pay £8 million to release him. It's very strange. Ross says the lineup was totally wrong. No control in midfield, no energy, no intensity. Someone needs to be on their back post. It costs us lots of goals this season. Yes. Yeah, if you had somebody on the post, I know it's old school, but somebody on the post would have sorted that out, Ross. Patrick says Maddison bottled 2 challenges and then went down easily, looked around to see if it was no foul, then dragged himself up. I've got another question for you. Check out, don't listen to me. Check out, watch on YouTube the highlights from Saturday and watch the second goal against where Kante scores. Former Leicester City legend. Kante scores. Just watch. Now, Sumeri, I can't remember how old Sumeri is, but he's 22, 23, isn't he? You watch him tracking Kante because you've got Kante running like this and you've got Sumari running and then giving up. Sumari did not bust a gut to get Kante. Watch it. Don't believe me. Just watch it and don't watch Kante. Just watch Sumari and think, is that somebody giving their all to stop somebody scoring a goal? Because for me, it's just not. And I'm not. I might sound like I'm having a go at Sumari. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't think he bust a bollock to get Kante. I really don't. Lewis says it's like he's setting the team up badly as if he wants to get the boot. It couldn't be much worse if he tried. Luke is definitely Brendan in. Thank you, Luke, for that. Let me know. In, out. I'm going to put you on screen. Shake it all about. Let me know where you are. Players aren't playing for him anymore. It's clear to see, says Ben. I think, Ben, that's definitely a topic to discuss tonight. I honestly do think that is a topic. Andrew saying brand of football is now worse than the days of Claude Puel. Interesting. Andy says he's too stubborn to change. But he did change at half time, Andy. He changed 2 players again at half time. But he did that against Arsenal. We're 2-0 down against Arsenal at half time and he changes 2 players. We're 2-0 down against Chelsea at home and he changes 2 players. But to me, that signals I've picked the wrong starting 11. That's what I think from Saturday. I looked at that and thought, why have we got Sumari and Ndidi both on the pitch and James Maddison not on the pitch with Yuri Tielemans injured? I don't know. You let me know what you think in there. Somebody on the Facebook group, you need to click on a link to let me know who it is. I did hear Rodgers had approached a few of the boys confirmed there is no move to Man United due to them going to PSG. Left early. Chelsea fans were disgraceful and comments really annoyed me. I thought I've got to be fair, Chelsea fans were very noisy on Saturday. Interesting. Ian says, watch the piece at lunchtime. Read the players. Don't confuse passion with confidence. That's an interesting one. You think, Ian, are you saying you think they've lost confidence? Really interesting there. Let me know what you think to that. We always try to walk the ball into the net, says Ethan. We have no attacking threat, so may as well shoot from outside the box. Franco says, Mr. Trick not getting too quality. I've got to be careful. Why did we had two wingers on the pitch on Saturday, Franco. We had Harvey Barnes, for me, as a winger. We had Lookman, I think, is a winger. But they were not playing in a winger's position. I'm no manager. I'm just a fan. I just sit in the family stand. I say what I see, you say what you see. But you had Jamie Vardy up top, and then you had behind him Harvey Barnes and Lookman as a two behind. But they're wingers. But they were playing in the middle. And then behind them, a long way behind them, a big gap, because there's nobody to join them, you've got Ndidi and Sumeri. Franco, we had two wingers on the pitch, Lookman and Harvey Barnes. I don't know. These players don't deserve a training ground like this, says Brett. How are you, Brett? Hope you're well, mate. Let me know, Brett. Are you in? Are you out? Not many people. I want to know, are you in? Are you out? I'm not trying to stir. It's just interesting to see where we are all out. Marking fresh air isn't clever for any team, says TJ. Thank you for that. Stuart is saying, looking forward to Ranieri. I know. Do you know what, Stuart? We had a conversation earlier today in the Leicester Fan TV office, and we said exactly the same. And I've got no problems with I've certainly got no problems with Claudio Ranieri. But he is going to get Ranieri's going to get a really warm welcome on Saturday. It's going to be a strange one. Why is everyone saying we played rubbish against Chelsea? We didn't play rubbish against Chelsea. We always play that bad. It was embarrassing. And how bad and boring we are, says Jim. That's another topic, to be fair, Jim, in there. We could add that one in if you want to. Was it boring? Were you entertained? Do you need to be entertained? Do you care? Do you care if you're entertained if you're winning? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Keep your views, keep your comments coming in. So many things to talk about. Tactics. Brendan to United. What is going on at Leicester City? Has he lost the dressing room? Fans leaving early. Come on, admit it. There was at least 10, 12, 14,000 fans not there at the end. It's the biggest signal as to what you think of it. This is something else I want to talk about to you guys as well. I want to know your views on this. I'm just going to put it on there. What do you make to this? These were, this is ex-Radio Leicester. This is Jason Bourne, who we all know and trust what he says, but this was the quotes from Brendan. Let's start with this one. We're a team that in the last couple of seasons has overachieved. So I feel like I'm ranting a bit against him, but how have we overachieved in the last two seasons? So the last two seasons, we've been in the top four until the last game of the season, and then I'm going to say bottled it because we did, but so we finished fifth in the last two seasons. I'm going to remind Brendan that before he came to Leicester City in 2016, we won the Premier League. So finishing fifth compared to finishing first is not overachieving. Anyway, he goes on to say he's disappointed by supporters booing the team off at 2-0 down at half-time. I actually think most fans, you let me know, I think most fans were not booing the team off at half-time. I think they're actually booing the ref, although I thought the ref had an okay game. I know a lot of fans thought he had a stinker. I thought he was okay. Anyway, Brendan says we need the support. We're not entitled to be there. We agree. We know we have to fight and give everything. Well, if you know did you think that the team had gave the fight and gave everything on Saturday? You answer that. I'm not going to answer it. You answer it. Then he goes on to say over here, Rodgers calls on the fans to get behind them on Thursday. We need the support with the players supporting them, getting behind them. If they play backwards, it's not a negative pass. It's the start of another attack. Players feel the sense of anxiety. Where do you want to go with those comments? I'm going to put your comments on screen, not mine. I want to know what your comments are there. Let me know what you think of that. We know better than anyone how good Kante is in a two-man midfield, yet we take a midfielder out, the starting 11, tried to match them up. Sumari got shown what this league is all about on Saturday, and he looked lost. Ashley says, Brendan calls the shots, but for those 90 minutes, it's down to the players. And those players are massively underperforming. Brendan in 50% win ratio, he says. Jason says he's not favourite. Stop line. Poch's favourite. I haven't said his favourite to go to Man United, but he is definitely in the bookies top 3 or 4 to go there. In there, Marlon says he's Rodgers out. Nick says Brendan not got long left with performances like that. Keep all your views, all your comments coming in, as many as we can. Neil says he's Rodgers in, but he needs to urgently sort out the poor defending. Andrew says Rodgers in until the end of the season. The councillor, come and talk some sense, says, where do we start? Crazy team selection to start. Honestly, I'm trying to get as many comments on here as possible, but there is so many. Sumari, lazy, poor attitude, gets beat with ease and doesn't track back. This is talking about Sumari not tracking back on Kante in there, honestly. Keep those comments coming in. There is so many coming in. The councillor says, why does he not start Kelechi Iheanacho? That's a topic we haven't got onto. If you Kelechi Iheanacho with that assist and goal stats from this season, why doesn't he start him? Anyway, he says, Vards together for our home games. Look at that record when they start. Keep getting, honestly, so many comments coming in here. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. Ross says, Rodgers' tactics are not working. He's struggling with a plan B. Ross, plan B? I haven't seen a plan B in a couple of years, mate. What are you on about? Top won't mess with him and would not accept him slagging off the fan. We're back onto this. This is strange. I don't know. I stayed until I didn't boo at half time. I stayed until the end, even though I didn't for a second. The last 15 minutes, honestly, a lot of you had gone. I stayed. I didn't really know why, because there wasn't, not for 1 second did I think we were going to get back into that match. And the minute he puts Dewsbury Hall on instead of Daka, it really is like, I don't know. I just, what we're doing? I just don't know. I don't know. And before the games, Rodgers said that we didn't have set pieces problem. Then in the interview after the game, he said he knows that we have a problem with set pieces. We clearly have a problem with set pieces. We clearly do. Explain to me what Colo Toure is getting paid for with a defending like that, says Cameron. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I agree. The booing was predominantly for the ref. He was a disgrace. Yeah, I think it was. I thought he was okay. I don't think the ref had a bad one, but maybe I saw it differently out there. Listen, I'm gonna send out an invite here. Now this is an invite. I'm gonna put it in there. Be careful what I wish for. I'm gonna put in here, join the show. Let's see, because if anybody wants to click on this link, I'll give anybody who clicks in, if I can get them on, I've just put it out there. If you want to click on the link and give me 60 seconds of your views, I think that would be great tonight. Let me know what you think. Sean, hope you're well, Sean. I know Sean's been suffering with COVID. Sean missed Chelsea v Leicester on Saturday. I know he did because of COVID. I hope you're well, sir. But he didn't miss much, to be fair. Yes. Z said, blaming the fans for his crap management. I don't know. It's a strange one. I'm leaving it up behind me because I just think it's a strange one. I do think it's a strange one. Especially this bit here. We need the support. We know we have to fight and give everything. did they give everything on Saturday? I don't know. But I will be there on Thursday, as will most of you. If you can get there, you'll be there, or you'll be watching it on telly. But I'll be cheering them on. But I want to see a bit of blood and guts and glory. Please get in there. Ben, you can come on. I've just put the link on. If anybody wants to click on it, put the link on. In there. Reed is giving me great. Hey, Reedy, this is, I'm smart. Give me jip. I don't mind. I can take it. Smash those likes on YouTube. Help us grow, says Jamie from the Fox's Arms. Jamie's definitely Rodgers out. I told you, I'm definitely in. But I am scratching my head at many, many things at the moment. And I just don't understand it. Our only good game, says Marlon, was against a very weak Man United. I know we were all really pleased with that Man United result, but if you look at it actually in the series of the Man United results, they're in an absolute shocking mess. So it is strange. Ryan saying this league isn't the same as last year. A lot of teams under and overperforming. I think you're in there. Keith's Rodgers in. Fair enough. Reed is Rodgers out. The councillor says no movement at throw-ins, no efforts made for the second ball. What are the coaches doing? Let's take it back to the first goal on Saturday. Let's take it back to us conceding the first goal. Watch it back. And again, yes, their goal comes from a corner, zonal marking. Rewind it back before that. Casper throws it out to Johnny Evans on the side of the pitch. Johnny Evans, I've played, as I've told you before, very, very, very poor standard of Sunday League pub football, where, to be fair, just being on the pitch and not being sick was like quality play for Thrussington Stars back in the day. But listen, I know as a defender, if you get chucked the ball and he was on the side of the pitch, he's got Chelsea players hammering down on him. Chelsea are the best team in Europe. They're European champions. They have got the best two fullbacks. Yeah, Ben Chilwell, he is one of them. Who are attacking. Attack was Chelsea. And you've got Johnny Evans, poor Johnny Evans on the sidelines, got the ball, and it ends up that we give away a corner because we're messing around with it at the back. We're not messing around with it. We're doing this. There we are. There. If they play backwards, it's not a negative pass. No, if we play backwards, it was a corner. And the corner, we do zonal marking. Anyway, Steve, you're right, mate. Thrussy Lions, Thrussy Stars. Casper wants dropping. Sam, that's a different debate, but we can have it. What do you think to Casper at the moment? I think Casper's being told to play this zonal marking. The players don't sit there and say, let's do zonal marking. Casper Schmeichel in 2016 didn't roll it out, didn't pass it, didn't always play it to, well, it was Robert Huth and Wes Morgan in front of Casper. He didn't roll it to Wes, and Wes didn't pass it to Houthi, and Houthi pass it to Morgan, and Houthi pass it back to Morgan, and Morgan to Houthi, to Casper, to Morgan. We didn't do that. We were like, boom, let's get it up the top of the pitch. Casper's played long ball before. He's being told not to do it that way. He's being told. Casper blame shifts, says LCFC Grey. Well, that's interesting in there. Councillor says here, Casper's kicking on my days just gets worse and worse. Still a legend, mine. Yeah, he is. He is. Why don't we go long for once? The eternal question. Says Ethan, listen, I'll put the link out there and I'll share it one more time. I thought a lot of you might click on it, but somebody who has is good old Ross. Let's add him in. Ross, 60 seconds.
Right, stop. Got the countdown?
Mate.
Oh, hang on.
Literally, he's going to sort his mic out and then he'll come back on. Danny says, players have even gobbing off at each other on Saturday. I didn't see any of that, but we'll see that. Let me know what the thing is. Reedy says, thing is, we do long balls when it ain't the right thing. That's interesting. Let's add Ross back in. Are you sorted, Ross?
Hello?
No.
Right, give me a sec.
He's still not. If anybody else wants to click in, let me know. Joanna, come on, Joanna. Come and tell me what you think. Click on the link. Come and tell me. Same for any of you others who want to come in there. Sam says, his distribution is poor and he doesn't command his box time to give Ward a chance. again, I'm still Casper in. We've got a blooming good set of players. One of the best squads we've ever had. That's my take on it, honestly. That is my take on it. Oh, Ivan say you can hear Ross. You can hear him. Come on then, Ross. Perhaps it's my end, mate.
It might be. It might be your end. Hello?
I can hear you, mate.
Oh, there we go. Right.
It was me. It was me. I'm bloody useless. Sack
right.
me. Sack Phil.
Well, I'm glad you got your serious suit on as I requested, so thank you.
You asked for it, Ross. You got it.
I did. So whenever your 60 seconds countdown, we'll begin.
Come on then, Ross. 60 seconds.
Right. So, absolutely poor on it was very terrible against Chelsea. I wasn't expecting a win on Saturday, but at least a better performance. I'd rather lose 3-0 and at least give it a better performance, because Chelsea are a fantastic side. Let's not take anything away from them. Then have a really poor performance. N'Golo Conte's goal was a great goal, but it was so avoidable. Johnny Evans was dropping back and back and back until it was too late. Boom, top corner. It was it was a shocking performance. Schmeichel's distribution is about as much use as my salad. It was awful. It's just terrible. The goal was definitely, if it weren't for VAR, it would have been 6-0. Let's not forget that. People seem to forget that. If it wasn't for VAR, it would have been 6.
It should have been 4 or 5.
No, I agree. I agree.
It was a let-off.
It was awful. And the problem is, at the moment, it reminds me of the 16-17 season, where the year before we won a trophy or won the Premier League. The year after, take out the Champions League, we were poor in league form was terrible.
Jake says here he's on the fence about Rodgers, but he says can't believe that Rodgers said what you can see behind me, Ross. But that's a quote. That's a quote. I've not made that graphic up. That's a quote from Jason Bourne, Talk Sport.
In regards to the booing, like I said, I said in the comments, I will never ever boo the team, no matter how bad we are. You go to watch your team, support them, and not boo them. Obviously boo the ref. That's different. That's a different story. Booing the referee. I've never booed my team. I always stay until the final whistle, even for 5-0 down. You stay until the final whistle. Stay till the end. Yes, sometimes it can be painful to watch it. But at the end of the day, you go and support your team. You go and pay your ticket. Go and support them. Yeah, people have the rights to their opinion. So, we're playing bad, I'll leave and stuff. That's fine. That's their opinion. My opinion is, why would you pay a ticket and leave? You don't go to a job and then leave halfway through because you don't like it.
I've got to be fair, Ross. I've got to be fair, and I've already said I didn't go. I think a lot of fans left. Dewsbury Hall comes on in the 75th minute with 3-0 down. There wasn't. When you watch football and you honestly, at the back of your mind, you think, oh, we're probably not going to do it, but you never know. I didn't think for 1 second on Saturday, thought you never know, we might come back in. Not 1 second, Ross. I was just there going, I didn't get the setup, I didn't get the half times, I didn't get the Dewsbury Hall, I didn't get Daka on the bench. 2 central defensive midfielders followed by two wingers play.
It is questionable.
Rodgers in, and I'm lost for words.
Here's the issue. Our next 5 games coming up, I won't take too much of your time and probably other people coming in, but our next 5 games, league games, take out the Warsaw and Napoli game a minute. Watford against Claudio Ranieri's Watford. Obviously, they've just beaten Manchester United, and obviously Ollie Golden Solskjaer now lost his job. Ranieri has a habit of playing teams and then they get sacked the next time. Jose at Chelsea, Roberto Martinez at Everton, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United. Who's to say it could happen? I'm not saying it is going to, by the way. Who's to say you never know it could happen?
Ross, you've had way more than 60 seconds.
No, I was waiting for you to cut me off.
See ya. He's gone. See ya. I'm going to get Jack in. He's clicked on the link. Listen, I put the link there. I'll do it again just because it's Ross, just because it's Jack coming on. Any of you guys can come on. There's literally hundreds of you watching, hundreds of comments. Neil says, no one's mentioned Sanku. Yeah, I know. He is. Doesn't look the same player, does it, at the moment? He says, conceded or through his zone of the defence, and that's the left-hand side. Trevor says, come on, guys, we lost to the league leaders. I agree. A lot better teams will lose. You're right, Trevor. You're right. But we've got these comments. We've got the United stuff. We've got the tactics. It seems strange, Trevor, and that's what we're trying to get a handle on. Jack's going to come and give us his views in a second. Ivan says it's not going to change even with Fofana back. that's when top will start to think a change may be needed in there. Jack, are you ready to come in? I'm going to give Jack literally 60 seconds. I'm going to monitor it. Jack, you've got 60 seconds, mate.
I mean, this Brendan Rodgers thing, Phil, it's not going to go away. I mean, you know, this Man United £8 million release clause, you know, they're going to rather pay that than pay whatever for Pochettino. People look at Johnny Evans and Kagalos Sionchu. They were crying out for that partnership. It hasn't. Johnny's come back. Everyone were blaming Vestergaard and Bertrand and whoever in the defence. Even Daniel Amati got criticism for it, but we've not even defended better since Big Johnny's come in. It's not really made a difference. I mean, Saturday we got tore apart. We could have conceded about 15 goals. We don't look at it. I mean, are the players playing for Brendan? I don't think they are. I mean, I'm just thinking they're fed up with the way he's playing. And sometimes players get like that. I mean, this so-called meeting, what they had with 6 of the players, I mean, Schmeichel, he'd only be relevant now if he wasn't the captain of Leicester. He obviously wants to leave for a Champions League club.
Well, he said that, Jack. I mean, where'd you go with Casper, who has, I believe the quote is, I want to play Champions League before I retire?
Yeah, it's a lot of players have said a lot of things, haven't they? Jamie Vardy, I feel that he needs dropping to the bench and then bringing on in the second half and give Daka a chance. Because Vardy's not scoring now, Phil. He's nearly 35 years old. How many strikers at this level play at the age of 35?
Jack, if only we had a young dynamic striker on the bench to come on maybe on Saturday.
Yeah, Patson Daka, someone who is very good in front of goal. I know people are going to say it's only the Austrian Bundesliga, but it doesn't really make a difference. A striker should score at any level.
It could have come on. Jack, listen, 60 seconds, you're live tomorrow night, aren't you?
Yeah, live tomorrow night with Natalie from All 4 United for the WSL Women's Show. I watched them yesterday at Burton.
Yeah,
we should have got the point. Birmingham are no better. They lost 5-0 to Chelsea, so it's the battle between the Brummies and the Foxes for the relegation battle. So join me for that tomorrow night.
Join Jack tomorrow night. Thanks for joining and clicking on Jack. That's great. Jack's joined us. Jamie from the Foxes says, look at the stats since January. Now, Jamie did send me the stats. Jamie said, look, we've not had no clean sheet in 11 games. If we have no clean sheet against Watford, it's the worst run since 2013. We've let in 21 goals, 8 set pieces conceded, third worst in the league. We've got 9 points less than what we had after 12 games in the last 2 seasons. So we are performing worse than the last 2 seasons. But that's what Brendan's saying in his thing. But he classes it as we were overperforming. I'm not sure about that. Roger's going nowhere. Trust me, says Clayton. Hope you're well, Clayton. Wayne, again, hope you're well, says lose to good teams, but at least that Wayne sums it up there. Wayne sums it up, and I know a lot of you put that in there. I've put very much the same comment in there. It's not just one performance. Adam says it's the way that we're losing that bothers me. We're a shallow of ourselves. What's happening, says Marlon. These are some of the comments tonight that I felt like on Saturday. Sean says, can't see where the next win's coming. Well, listen, Thursday night is, of course, Europa League. We need to win that. We need to beat Walsall. And then Sunday, Claudio Ranieri and Watford, who've just smashed Man United. Goodness me, what a bad time to play Ranieri. And again, we got rid of Ranieri. We got rid of Ranieri. The players stopped playing for Ranieri. They did. You know they did. I think they did. Because when he went, we started playing again, honestly. Jeffrey, no belief from the players. We're boring to watch at the moment. Oh, honestly. Listen, we're already 5 minutes overrun. We could go on and on tonight. We really could. I mean, Joe, it's a great question. It is a great question. Who are you starting on Thursday? I mean, Adam, 4-4-2, back to basics. You're probably right with that. I don't think we will, by the way. I don't think we will, but we really need to. Brendan needs a win for Thursday. Susan and Top are watching him like a hawk, says the counsellor. Stay live, our special, says Ross. I need to finish. You all want to go and watch I'm a Celebrity or whatever in a minute. Ivan says here, we have 4 or 5 players control the outcomes of our managers. let me know what you know, Ivan. There's a smell of that. I know what you mean. Ben saying, yes, we've been average since February. The stats actually for the whole of this year, thanks to Jamie from the Foxes, this year from Christmas, we've played 34 games. We got 52 points. We've won 15, drawn 7, lost 12. So we have, I don't think that's too bad overall. It's actually better than I thought it might be. Thank you, Jamie from the Foxes Arms, for those stats in there. Tim saying Thursday we'd have Ward in goal, Daka and Kelechi in Acho, Vardy on at 70. Massive game on Thursday in the Europa League. Massive game on Friday. Reece saying, just a break. Not watched for a while, been very busy. I've seen Jamie's Rodgers out, however, I'm not, Phil. Reece, I'm with you. Rodgers in. As you know, if it goes wrong, I'm always a manager out, but Rodgers is a top manager with a philosophy. We haven't even got Reece. Honestly, we've talked about so much tonight, and we could talk for hours. We haven't even talked about if Rodgers went. Do you know why? Because I don't want to talk about if Rodgers went, because he's Leicester's manager, and I want him to stay, and I want him to sort this out. He's good manager. He can do it for us. Like Wayne says, be careful what we all wish for. That is very, very much what's going on. Ivan says, have you been for the United interview? I thought, Ivan, it was time that we smartened up Leicester Fan TV for an official Monday night. That is what is going on. Listen, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. You guys are probably exhausted. We have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant to get so many of them on there. If you've been watching this, Jack is live tomorrow night. And we've got a live show Tuesday night at 7:30, Wednesday at 7:30. We've got the watch along on Thursday. Come and join us. Myself, Jamie, Tom, Reedy, Jack, Jake, Sam, Leicester Fan TV will be in Peter's Pizzas from 5:30 on Thursday. Come and say hello. We'll be doing a live video from there. Then we'll be walking down the match, have a pint in the pub on the way, and then we'll be paying our money, like all you lot, to sit in the ground and enjoy the match. So come join us at Peter's Pizzas if you'd like to. They do special offers. 5:30. Come and say hello. Come and get on. If not, come and join us after the game outside the Blues Bar and give us your views. And if you want to, go and look at all the videos that are on. They're on our YouTube channel. It's the easiest way to see them. You can see Jamie from the Foxes Arm saying he's out, Rodgers out. You'll see me saying I'm Rodgers in. You'll see all the views and comments from all the guys who come and said hello to us after the match on Saturday. But we want your views. I want more of your views on there. Thanks so much for all your views, all your comments as well. Thanks to ADT, Hollogram, Tiger by Everards, Peter's Pizzas. We'll see you there Thursday. Pukka Pies. Don't forget, enter the Pukka Pies competition. Win 20 quid's worth of chips. Brilliant. Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders is Friday night. I'll see you down at the Riders. Good entertainment. Get down the Riders this Friday. The Foxes Arms, which is out in our Coody, you'll know where that is. Newby Co, the best estate agents in Glenfield, Ratby and Groby, and our charity, Hope Against Cancer. I'm absolutely exhausted, flabbergasted. I'm no wiser, but thank you for all your views and all your comments on what on earth is going on at Leicester City at the moment. Tomorrow, anything could change. You know, we'll go live if it does change. I'll see you next Monday, 7:30, if I don't see you at the match on Thursday and Sunday. Thanks for all your views and all your comments. I appreciate it. Come on, Leicester.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Foxes Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for watching. Come on, it's time to go. Stop watching. We could talk for hours, couldn't we? Should we do a bit? No, we best not. See you later.